Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, home to the North Carolina State Wolfpack, and the fans here on this leg of Tobacco Road have been getting ready since early this morning. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish taking on the 12th-ranked team in the land, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Notre Dame looking... kick to get this one underway. He'll start the return inside his spot. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Wolfpack offense comes out to get things started in this one. And they're led out there by a man who will carry the ball plenty in this one, guys.
Well, it's real simple. He's the best player on their team. They have got to force-feed this guy the football, David.
No doubt about it. The offense goes through him. Excited to see how they've built this offense and how many different ways they can get him touches.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. What are you guys doing? Looking for a productive play on first down. Using his legs, it's Notre. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
After trying the running game on first down, they come to the line on second down. Oh, he tosses it back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Throwing right. Got a wide open receiver. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
It's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here we go. Out of the gun to give to the back. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. The toss to the right. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was in.
Got enough space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
We know football gets harder when you start to put the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, explode through, getting a long touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. So Notre Dame's offense will go to work for the first time today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
To the ground with the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Pocket starts to collapse. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Flyers downfield. Complete to the left. Touchdown, NC State! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And the extra point makes it 14-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page, though.
Trying play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Down he goes with the sack.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Off play action on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wolfpack. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
He's looking for a man on second down. Gets it out fast. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Notre Dame right back to the line. He wants to throw. He makes the connection. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down distances, 4th downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Power football with the run. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Finds his tight end. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down.
Big time throwing that last play. You know, you think about great Notre Dame quarterbacks. I think back to a couple of Joes. Joe Montana, Joe Theismann. They'd love what they'd be seeing right now from this kid. He's got arm talent. He's got accuracy. And because of that, he gives this offense the ability to light up the scoreboard.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
Green 25.
Gonna run it. It's Harris. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Illinois is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Jeff George should never be counted out of any game. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Iowa. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Uses a nifty move to work his way to the 24. So after the first down run, here's second down. He's looking to throw. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
And a nice job by the defense understanding who their go-to guy is. That's the guy they want to feature. That's the guy they want to feed with good reason. He's a great player with a great...
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
He'll toss it. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Looking for room at the 40. Oh, look out! He's at the 20. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
I love this play call. You want to get your playmakers the football in space. What a creative way. This little kind of push pass by the quarterback. Get into the receiver's hands quickly and let...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, North Carolina State!
Down in tight to the goal line, you saw some good movement up front by the offensive line, getting a push and giving that running back a chance.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out from it, and he pumps it up inside the 20. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, this kickoff unit, they've got heat-seeking missiles running down the field with bad intentions. They hit that return man with authority, and that's what popped the ball loose.
Great move there. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. He lost one down the sideline. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Got it.
On 1st and 10 from the 30. Use the play fake, now to throw. Wide open downfield. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. New set of downs after that completion. From the gun, to give, looking for room. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. 1st and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score.
Lasso. Under.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Thought he had the touchdown and saw not everybody was celebrating with him after that yellow laundry was on the field, and it's coming back. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Wants to pass. Going for it all. And that one's way too far for everybody.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots, and they're being aggressive, throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
Trying to get to it. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack.
Pass. Now we're to 3rd and goal. You'd like to see this part of the field where you can exert some of that physicality, run the football. I know you're doing it. I know the field shrinks, but I'm going to be tougher than you, more physical than you. I'm going to run the football down your throat.
And the defense drags him down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Here come the Irish, back on offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board.
Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He gets a block. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because
going downfield for the big play. And it's caught at the 10. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, NC State. And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
yeah, a big chance. Like this.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
Those are hard for offensive linemen when they get beat. You're going, no, look out for your blind side, watch out. But great job rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, and getting the football out. A little extra bonus. Nice job by the defense getting nasty.
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Grab behind the line. It's Toner. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He caught it. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense. You take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss, and that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Fires on the move. It's caught downfield. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Defense playing a bail technique. Going up top on first down. What a snag by the defense. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Wolfpack. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the score.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll try the run. Still running at the 40. Open runway ahead. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off.
Here we go.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Andy's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. He got it. And the field goal is good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone to take a deep breath and digest what we just saw in Raleigh.
Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Looking to pass on second down. Hit as he throws. Picked off. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
The hand to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Defense might bring the house here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Wow, what a big play by that defender. And how about the hit stick tackle? Woo! That ball carrier's going to remember that.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Snags it down the right side. He's loose. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Irish! That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away. Know when the play is over.
He's looking for an open man on second down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Pulls it in. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath.
And he's got it inside the 35. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. NC State on the move, set up with another 1st down. Coming after him. Had to throw it before he wanted. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Ready up.
Line getting set on 2nd down. looking to throw it again. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10.
Gaucho! Gaucho! Pilot! Pilot!
From the gun, wants to pass. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And the defense gets him on the ground for the 4th time today, by the way. They've pressured him. He's still done an unbelievable job making completions. But you know what? Get him on the ground when he's got the ball. He can't make something happen. Keep hitting him. Keep getting him on the ground.
On the double.
Just 1 for 3 on 4th down so far in this one, but they'll stay on the field and try to convert here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Touchdown, North Carolina State! And the stomping has commenced.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Illegal touching. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Ready.
1st down here for the offense.
Jackrabbit.
It'll be a draw. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
And that play had no chance. And you sell pass, and you want to sneak the draw in there. The idea is to get those defensive linemen, Palmer, running up the field. But it's almost like they knew what was coming, and they shut that down quick.
Yeah, and so you're running the play. It's not going to be a great look defensively. As a quarterback, then, you've got to do a real good job of trying to sell pass. And I think he just hurried it a little bit too much. That play didn't look like it was going to have a chance anyways, but the quarterback, he's got to be a better actor on those draws.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the... North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Gonna take a shot. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
A shot toward the end zone. Fires it into traffic and is picked off.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Throws for the tight end. Fires and picked off. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Leaves it with the running back. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Looking for space. It's Toner. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The offense batting .500 on 4th down. They're 2 for 4 so far. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. NC State will line up with a 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Wide receiver shows motion. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Well, you'd think this would be a very makeable field goal attempt, but they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Come on, set.
He'll set up to throw. They're trying to get to him. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. On 1st down, here comes this offense. He'll keep it himself. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
You know, the problem with calling option is that you can't limit the hits on your quarterback, and he got absolutely leveled by the defender on that one. Now you got to wonder how many more times this coordinator wants to call that play.
And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Defense showing blitz here. On the ground, it's Harris. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Now the play fake. They're bringing heat. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. This is a 3rd and long. He just couldn't hold his water long enough in the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter.
Here we go.
Back to the quarterback. He slings it deep to the left. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And the pummeling has started.
That is such a nice job by the receiver there on that trick play, acting like he's going to block and then getting downfield. He was wide open, thinking to himself, just don't drop this, just don't drop this. All he had to do was catch it and run it into the end zone.
Well, and I think people underestimate the timing of a flea flicker, right? When you got to hand the football off, get the toss back, and the quarterback now be in sync with the receiver, and he catches it, you're right, and then gets into the end zone like he's supposed to for the big-time play.
I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. The kickoff unit about to go to work. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here come the Irish back on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offensive perspective.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He's got an open man. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. It's caught, and he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting it.
Ball's out. And they were lucky that fumble went out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first?
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
They keep attacking through the air. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. It might be a gamble to go for it on 4th down. With that distance, it's a real gamble to keep it on the ground.
Yeah, I don't think the defense was ready for it. I know I certainly wasn't. I don't know about you guys. I thought that was going to be a throw, but they caught him off guard running the football, and they're able to keep this drive alive.
Caught in the backfield, it's Pugh. And oh, did they know that one was coming. They'll knock him down in the backfield. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Wants to throw on third down. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And here comes the offense on second down. They'll try the right side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. Third and short from inside the 20. Tough, hard-nosed running. He got 3, but he needed 4. It's fourth down and 1. It is amazing what you can do with your roster if you just refuse to have kickers. It's also amazing how you can wreck a game. Tackled, but he has a first down. You're starting to see more and more of this. Guys using virtually anywhere on the field as four-down territory.
And I'll tell you, as a coaching staff, when you go for that, you are sending a clear signal to your offensive line that you trust them and you are challenging them to be physically tough and come through for your offense.
Then you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snaps, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And that's a play on third down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give him a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. On the option. Now the toss. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. To the air on first down. Feeling some heat. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
Goodness gracious. This is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
Trying to get rid of it. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Now on the option. Now the toss. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. Offense getting set for first down. He's going to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. And that pass intercepted. Taking it the other way. The 40. The 30. The 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, NC State. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Illinois is ahead right now, but the school that produced the likes of Dick Butkus and Red Grange has some work to do before this is over. They're up by just 2 over Iowa. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Aiken. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Here comes the offense on second down.
Come on, set.
He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. That's caught. It's Schmidt. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep competing, defense.
Pulls it in on the right. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down.
325.
Looking to move it through the air. Getting some heat. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. He's looking to throw. He's going up top here late in the game. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county.
4-2 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Looking deep. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. NC State going up tempo. Trying to find his man on first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He wants to pass it on second down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4. The Wolfpack hoping to pay off this red zone trip. Looking to throw on third. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And the defense gets the big third down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on fourth down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to.
Touchdown, Wolfpack! And the route is on. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock, and made no doubt about it. This one's over.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. After this, it'll be a wrap.
Here we go.
Comes out throwing on first down. He wants a big play here late. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught
On
it.
the double. Cobra.
He'll come out throwing on first down. He's taking a deep shot. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone, won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0. What a cannon this dude has for an arm.
And there's nothing more frustrating than you watch a Hail Mary and they don't get it to the end zone, or they throw it out of the back of the end zone. Great job by the quarterback. You've got to put that thing way up in the air, and he does, and his receiver comes down with it. What a play.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.